I had a visitor come to me at Kenchi, and he was a professor from Canada, and I had bragged about Maharaj-ji and how he read people's minds and cities and so on. And Maharaj-ji turned to him and said, "You come from the United States?" And no, Maharaj-ji, I came from Canada. And Maharaj-ji said, "You have many brothers and sisters?" The guy says, "No, Maharaj-ji, we're only single." And he, and then the fellow left, and after he left, Maharaj-ji, chapter and verse of the guy about
his entire life. It was very, the interesting thing is how different Neem Karoli Baba was from so many of the other saints and teachers that were in India at the time that we were going around. There were quite a number of teachers and saints around India at that time, and it was really flourishing, and a lot of the Westerners who were over there would go and visit many of the other saints, and I did that as well. Good to have darshan, visiting with this one and that one, and after seeing so many of these high and spiritual and saintly beings, no matter what they possessed, it always seemed that Neem Karoli Baba was just on another plateau, another level that was just not connected to them. So many gave discourses and teachings on things. They had so much to say, but Maharaj-ji was just more so human and spoke just sweetly, kindly with people, talked about ordinary things, but somehow in that ordinary talk, we got...
Wasn't there one story about people ask him for discourse, or?
Oh, the devotees. Someday, a lot of the devotees around him is Indian devotees. Indian devotees are accustomed to going around to many teachers who give talks and discourses on the Bhagavad Gita and the Ramayana, and they teach people about how to live and tell them about spirituality, and they go to these people, and a lot of these Indian devotees said, "Maharaj-ji, you never give us teachings, you never give us discourses. We go to so many teachers and they teach us so many things, but you never give us these discourses. Why don't you do that for us?" And he said, no. He said, "Nobody ever listens." He said, "Why should I bother wasting my time giving discourses?" He said, "Devotees don't listen." He says, "You don't listen to what I say." And there's that very funny story I told you about the lights. Maharaj-ji, of course, had all of these, what they call siddhis in India, which are powers. And sometimes they could be developed in some people, but Maharaj-ji came into this life with tremendous powers. And he was lying on his tucket, getting ready to go to sleep, and he just clapped his hands and he says, "Lights out." And the lights went out, and just at that moment a devotee had come to see him and said, "Maharaj-ji, I've come to see you." And he goes, "Lights on." And he claps his hand and the light goes on, and he said, "Who is this? What do you want? What do you want?" And Maharaj-ji, I've come for your darshan, I come for you. No, I'm going to sleep, lights out. He claps his hand again, the lights go out again. No, I must have your darshan, Maharaj-ji. Finally, Maharaj-ji puts the light on, claps his hand, the light goes on again. The man comes over and touches Maharaj-ji's feet and goes, and then Maharaj-ji remarks to Dada, who is there with him, he says, see, Dada, he says, even the lights listen to me. He said, but devotees, they never listen to what I say. He said, the lights listen.
Those cities, they up-level always. I remember that story about the sadhu came to see Maharaj-ji, and he said that Maharaj-ji was keeping a lot of stuff in the temple, and he berate Maharaj-ji, and so in the front of the there's a brazier of coal fire, and Maharaj-ji listens to the guy berates Maharaj-ji. He holds on to things, and then Maharaj-ji said, you have a very beautiful shaligram rock, Shiva, for doing puja. Yes, Maharaj-ji, I do it. I use it all the time. Maharaj-ji said, oh, you want to give it to me for 40 rupees? Oh, Maharaj-ji, I couldn't do that. So Maharaj-ji takes out 40 rupees, and the guy sees those 40 rupees, and for he quickly gives the stone to Maharaj-ji, and then both quiet, and then says, then Maharaj-ji says, give me all your money. So the sadhu, quite anxious, but he took out the $40 and 40 rupees and gave them to Maharaj-ji. Maharaj says, come on, give all your money. And the guy just panics. And he had a secret pocket in his cloth, and he pulled out 100 rupees. And he says, but Maharaj-ji, I need this. I'm going to go without food. I'm going to go. Please. He hands the money to Maharaj-ji, and Maharaj-ji takes the money and throws it into the fire. Mm. And the guy, he was, my God. And Maharaj-ji says, oh, I didn't think you were that attached. And then picks up a chimta of tongs, and he Maharaj-ji pulls out rupees by picture. Brand new, pull out of the fire.